Hi, welcome to DarpaTV broadcast. Today we're going to cover off the main broadcaster for the host. First off, I'm going to put in my username and password and click Login. Once I'm logged in, I hit the Start Broadcast button, and that'll bring me up my camera and microphone settings. Here is where I actually set up my mics and my cameras that I'm going to be using for my show today. So I'm going to select one of my cameras. I'm going to select the quality of broadcast. I'm going to select HD in this case, which is available for premium broadcasts. I hit the test button. I can see myself. I can hear myself. So I click these two. Down in here, additional features, it says multicam. I'm actually going to map my multiple cameras to buttons, so it makes it very easy to change cameras during the live broadcast. So I select camera 1, map to camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, map to camera 3. If I had a fourth camera, I could actually map it here, and I can have 4 cameras mapped simultaneously. These cameras can be, very simple webcams that you can pick up very inexpensively, or they can be full-on professional cameras connected via Firewire. I click the Accept button, and there we go. We're ready. One thing to note is do not use speakers. So you should use a headset or earbuds or whatever you can to listen to your broadcast and obviously your callers and your video clips, etc. But do not use speakers. That's important, otherwise you'll get some kind of an echo. Great, so now I've mapped all my camera and microphone settings. I say I passed, put me on the air. Hi, now that we're all logged in, let's start our DarpaTV broadcast. Essentially, the broadcaster is divided into 3 main areas. The callers coming in on the left-hand side, my tools, which show me a quick snapshot of what's going on, the center section, which is the host, and we'll cover that off in a little bit more detail. Beneath that, it's the chat, where you can chat with your viewers and they can chat amongst themselves. And on the right-hand side, we have the interactive tools, where we have questions, clips, pictures, advertisements, and we also have our on-air requests section below that. Let's start in the top left-hand corner with the callers. So first off, I'm going to bring a caller in from over here, on-air call requests. I'm going to double-click and bring them in. There we go. There's our caller. Hi, caller. So now the caller's up. In the top left-hand corner here, you can also see over the main broadcasting area the caller screen, so you can see exactly where that caller shows up for your viewers. We have controls over here for the caller, which is hang up, volume down. You're actually reaching out and adjusting their volume if they're coming in too loud or too softly in the broadcast. We can also bring in a second caller, which we have right here. So here's our second caller. And again, we can hang up on them. We can control their volume up, volume down, and resize them as well so we can see a larger view here in the broadcaster. And if you notice here, we have caller 2 has shown up, which is screened, and you can see, there we go. Now I'm in the middle of the 2 callers for the viewers. Great. Thanks a lot, callers. Here we have caller 2 has shown up, which is screened, and you can see, there we go. Now I'm in the middle of the 2 callers for the viewers. Great. Thanks a lot, callers. Below the caller area is where we have tools, and the tools shows us the total viewers. This is the total viewers that have watched my show over all time. We have the number of fans, so the total number of fans that I have. We have the total number of concurrent active viewers. This is the number of viewers that are actually watching me right now. We also have what's called on-air requests, and this is where we have a snapshot count of all the people who are trying to either audio or video into the show and are in the queue. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Beneath that is the master volume control for the speaker. It's what I hear back here. And also my microphone, which is what we broadcast out. And of course, the master end broadcast button. Once I hit the end broadcast button, my DarpaTV show is over. In the middle section here, it's the hosts area. We get to see exactly what's being broadcast out to our viewership out there. Underneath that, we have the pause button, which allows me to actually pause my broadcast temporarily, which I just did. And it changed the word broadcast, which now I can hit broadcast and we're back live again. The cameras that I mapped previously are shown here. So camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, and if I'd had a camera 4, it would show up right here. So it's that simple to actually change amongst the cameras that I've previously mapped. I also have a button over here called CS, which is my camera selection. And when I click on the multicam select, I get to see images of what's actually on each of the cameras being captured at this time. And I simply have to click on that image, and that changes what's being broadcast out to the viewership just by clicking right on the image. If I had a fourth camera mapped, you'd see that down here as the fourth one. I can just close that, and we're back here. Beneath the main broadcasting out viewer, we have chat. Chat allows the viewers and yourself to interact in a textual manner back and forth. So they can talk back and forth. They can even ask you questions or make comments in that particular piece if they want to do that in the chat section. And you can also correspond back with your audience as well. On the right-hand side, we have our DarpaTV interactive tools. We have questions, clips, pictures, and advertisements. Let's start off with the questions. Questions are really questions, surveys, or polls that you can pose as a host out to your audience, or your audience can actually pose questions and surveys themselves out to the rest of the viewership. These can be rated and ranked, so when the viewers see this, they can actually click on it. They can see that particular question, read it. They can then click on that question, and they can actually rank it important, unimportant, or very important, and it gives them a rank from 0 to 5. It averages those ratings, and you can actually see those here in the broadcaster. So what I can do is I can see this is the user who originally posed that question. This has a rating of 4, and it says, can I broadcast from Europe? So you can choose to answer that question right now. I'll say, yes, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world. If the question is really long, I can just click on that. It says I can see the entire question here. I can also choose to remove that from the queue, and it's gone completely, so nobody can do any more rating, ranking, or viewing of that while the show is on. Questions can be used for surveys as well as polls. So you could be having two callers coming in, for example, having a debate. And in that debate, you could actually say, well, which one would you vote for? You can have a music CD, and you can have a video for that music CD playing. And you can actually put the poll out there and say, well, give it a rank from 0 to 9. And your audience can, in real time, get back to you and actually give you their opinion of what they think of that particular music video. Okay, let's move on to clips now. And clips are audio and video clips that you've loaded in so you can actually show them to your audience. I'm just going to click on this one called Tornadoes, and it gives me the first frame so I can actually see the first frame, and I can actually make sure that it's the right movie that I want to show, the right video clip. And when I hit play, that begins to play. Now I hit the pause button, and we're paused and we're talking over the live clip. Now when I say we, if I have any callers on with me, we're all talking live over top of that frozen clip. The clip actually has clip synchronization too, so all your viewers out there are actually watching the same frame as you're actually talking about, which makes a lot of sense. So let's continue on with that. Great, so now it's playing and our viewership is watching it out there. Now I go back over to this button over here which says broadcast. If I hit this broadcast button, we are now talking over top of a moving clip. So we have the ability to do full voiceovers. So we're actually talking over top of the moving clip. Let's just turn that back off. And we can either choose to wait for the clip to actually count down. There's 47 seconds remaining and it'll automatically close off and turn us back live again. Or I can just choose to actually close it right now. I can actually click this button here too, which says end broadcast after the clip. So if I wanted to, I could show this clip, and as soon as this clip is done, it'll actually end and terminate my broadcast for me. I also have another feature over here called loop clips. If I click on that, what it does is when this clip is finished, it'll automatically load and play out the next clip in my list sequentially so that the users can actually see the clip and the next clip and the next clip, etc. So while you may be doing something in your show that you want to do to prepare something in your show, then you can actually put this on loop clips, and then once you've finished doing what you're doing to prepare, you can actually take the loop clip off and hit close, and we're back live again. Now I hit the pause button, and we're paused and we're talking over the live clip. The clip actually has clip synchronization too, so all your viewers out there are actually watching the same frame as you are actually talking about. The next section is pictures. So this is where we can take virtually any type of picture and we can display it a picture in a picture for your viewership outside who's watching your show. So I'm going to pull up the tornado one. I get to see the picture first here. I can choose pick on, which will put this picture on, picture in a picture, and it changes it to picture is on. I can go pick off and the picture is off. I can actually move this out of the way if I want to select the next picture for us to be viewing. I can say pick on, and I can just hit the close button, and that'll turn the picture off and close the picture viewer on the host. I can choose pick on, which will put this picture on, picture in a picture, and it changes it to picture is on. I can go pick off and the picture's off. Next over is the advertisement section. This is where we can do video ads, ad blocks, banner ads, ad overlays, live stream clicks, etc. So many different varieties of ads can be served up. For more details, please see our website at DarpaTV.com and check out the advertising ad. In this section just beneath where we have our interactive tools, we have the split screen. There's the chat off button. So you click on the chat off button and chat is now off, suspended. And you click chat back on and you can turn chat back on. Once again, the host is always in control. So the host controls the callers, the interactivity features, and also the chat. We also have SFX, which opens up sound effects in the top left-hand corner. We can actually turn it on, go traffic, and we should be hearing traffic sounds, etc. So there are 10 built-in sound effects we will try from. Next button over is Loopback, and Loopback allows you, the host, to hear yourself, or if you have guests in multiple microphones, to actually hear yourselves back in your own headsets. Some people like that, some people don't. It's an option you can have if you wish. Below this section, we have what's called on-air requests. And this is where, as you saw earlier in the demonstration, this is where users come on and they request to be put on the air, audio and video. And they can do this from anywhere in the world that they have an internet connection, whether it's a mobile phone or whether it's from an internet cafe or whether it's from a baseball game or wherever it may be. They can call in audio and video if they wish. And we can see them down here. So we see the user, we see their nickname, we see comments, we see their location, etc. So we can search and sort those based on who's calling in. If we want to do it by certain location, for example, we can screen them that way. We also have what's called down here as a call screener feature, which allows your calls to be screened before they hit the actual master host, which is us, the broadcaster here. For more information on that, that's a premium option in the DARPA TV casting series, so check on the website for more information on that. If you don't want to actually answer a call, you can actually remove that from the stack too, and they'll be given a message that says, please call back, we've moved on to another topic. And you can remove everybody out of the queue if you wish, all in one shot. And you'll also notice on the top right-hand area here, we have a Twitter button, and you can actually just enter your text there for a tweet that you want to send off, enter your Twitter ID and your password and say send tweet, and away you go. That actually creates a DARP at the same time as creating a tweet, right while you're actually broadcasting. So this will be useful for your followers to see that, hey, I'm broadcasting live right now on this particular topic. You can broadcast from something as simple as a laptop with a built-in webcam, sitting in Starbucks using their Wi-Fi, and you can broadcast out to millions of viewers. You can broadcast from something a little bit more sophisticated, such as a medium-sized studio, where you can have multiple microphones, multiple cameras, etc., and broadcast out in that mode. You can also take a feed, full HD feed, from a television broadcasting network and place it through the DARPA TV broadcasting service too. DARPA also has mobile broadcasting, so not only do we watch this as a viewer, you can view this on your desktop laptops, of course, but you can also view it on the mobile phones. In viewing, you can view it, you see the chat, you see the clips, pictures, the callers, etc. Everything comes in just like you would on the laptop desktop version. But you can also call in audio and video using the camera from your smartphone. So when you call in, you can switch cameras if you have a front and rear camera, and you can put on the air just like anybody else would with their laptop or desktop. We also have the ability on the mobiles to do full one-tap broadcasts. Believe it or not, you can actually broadcast live with hitting one tap, and away you go, and you're broadcasting live from anywhere. So that's new and exciting features for DARPA TV.